I'm so glad you're joining me today. I want to start with a question that's been on my mind lately, and maybe it's been on yours too. How are we leading in our lives? Really? Whether it's at home, with our families, in our faith, in our work, in our relationships? Are we leading from a place of love or fear? Now, I get it. These days, we are all juggling a lot. Life can feel overwhelming, and the pressure to get it all right can make us doubt ourselves. And sometimes, when we feel insecure, we unintentionally lead with fear, right? We can find ourselves controlling, second-guessing, or acting out of a place of worry. But here's the thing. Leading from love, that's where the magic happens. In today's episode, we're going to unpack all of that. We're going to chat about what it really looks like to lead with love. And I'll share some practical tips on how to make that shift in your own life. Because let's face it, we all want to lead from a place of confidence, compassion, and care. Welcome to And That's Okay, the podcast where we explore the ups and downs of life and remind ourselves that whatever we're feeling, it's for a reason, and that's okay. I'm Lisa Renee Scott, your host and a passionate believer that every feeling matters and every step forward counts. Each week, we'll dive into real-life challenges, share relatable experiences, and offer actionable steps to help you navigate through it all. Before we jump in, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed doctor or therapist. I'm here to share experiences and insights that have worked for me and others like me. We're all leaders in one way or another, even if we don't think of ourselves as leaders. We're leading in our lives, through our choices and habits, in our family dynamics, in our faith, and in our marriages. We lead at work, in our friendships, in our communities. We even lead in our health through self-leadership, self-discipline, and in personal growth and development, and in how we influence others, sometimes even unknowingly. And yes, we lead through our online presence too, whether it's on social media or in a professional space. The truth is, leadership isn't about positions of authority. It's about how we show up in those areas of life and how we influence the world around us. But the question is, how are we doing it? Are we leading from fear or are we leading with love? I want to talk about fear first because, let's face it, it's something we all deal with. It can show up as anxiety about the future, doubt about our abilities, or even worrying that we're not good enough. And when we lead from fear, we might try to control situations or even avoid making decisions because we're scared of making the wrong one. And that's totally normal. Fear is part of being human, but it doesn't have to control how we show up in our relationships and our lives. What would happen if we choose love over fear? It's powerful. Leading with love means showing up with compassion for ourselves and for others. It's about making decisions from a place of trust, not anxiety. It's about saying, I'm going to show up and do my best, even if I'm not perfect, because I believe in what's best for me and the people around me. For example, in our marriage, there are definitely times where I've caught myself leading with fear, like when I'm overwhelmed or trying to control everything. But when I take a step back and lead with love, I trust my husband, we communicate openly, and we approach our challenges as a team. And it's a total game changer. This also applies with kids. So when we lead with love, we guide them with understanding and patience instead of getting stuck in frustration and worry about their future. We can be their support system, not just their authority figures. The impact of leading with love isn't just about making things feel better. It creates lasting trust, connection, and a sense of safety, whether it's in your home, your friendships, or at work. People know they can rely on you because you lead with empathy, not fear. Here's the thing. It's easy to slip into fear-based leadership. It happens to all of us. But recognizing it is the first step to changing it. And we can choose to lead with love every single day. So now that we've talked about it, what can we do to actually lead with love? What does that even mean? Here are a few easy to implement steps to start shifting the way you lead. 1. Pause and reflect. When you're feeling overwhelmed or insecure, take a pause. Literally, stop for a moment and breathe. Ask yourself, am I leading from fear right now? If the answer is yes, it's okay. Just recognize it and reset. You don't have to make decisions from a place of fear. Take a breath and ask yourself, what would leading with love look like in this situation? 2. Communicate openly and honestly. In your relationships, especially at home, the more you communicate openly and honestly, the more love you bring into the situation. Whether it's with your spouse, your kids, your friends. Don't hold back out of fear of conflict. Vulnerability is the key to leading with love. 3. You have to let go of perfection. Let's be real. None of us have it all together all of the time. And that's okay. Leading with love means accepting our imperfection and showing grace to ourselves and to others. It's not about being perfect. It's about doing your best with good intentions and love. 4. Focus on bigger picture. When we're stressed, we can often get stuck in the little details and forget about the big picture. What is your ultimate goal? Is it to have a perfect outcome or to lead with love, trust, and respect for yourself and those around you? Always come back to the bigger picture and ask, what's the most loving choice I can make right here? 5. Practice daily gratitude. Gratitude is a way of shifting your mindset in any situation. When you focus on what you have and what's going well, it helps you stay grounded. So take a moment each day and write down 3 things you're grateful for. It's a small habit that makes a huge impact on how you lead. I know this stuff isn't easy. Leading with love doesn't always come naturally, especially when life is throwing all those curveballs. But the fact that you're even thinking about it means you're on the right track. I want to remind you that it's okay to have those moments of fear and insecurity. That doesn't make you a bad leader. You're human. But the fact that you're making a conscious choice to lead with love, that's powerful. And that's okay. So let's recap. Today we talked about the difference between leading with fear and leading with love. We discussed how we recognize when fear is taking over and how to shift into leading with compassion, trust, and openness. Remember the action steps. Pause and reflect. Communicate openly. Let go of perfection. Focus on bigger picture. And practice gratitude. And now, as you move into this week, I want you to remember you're capable of leading with love. Every day is a new opportunity to choose compassion, even in the smallest moments. Your leadership matters, whether you're leading at home, at work, or even within yourself. You've got this. Lead with love and know that you're doing great. And that's okay. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of And That's Okay. I hope you found our discussion insightful and that you're leaving with some practical steps to apply in your own life. Remember, no matter what you're feeling or going through, you have feelings, and that's okay. If you enjoyed today's episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a review, and share it. Someone else might find benefit in today's topic. Until next week, take care and keep moving forward, one feeling, one step at a time.